Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the all analog show. And it's 6 mini reviews spread out over 2 episodes. And in this one right now, I'm going to be covering 2 phono preamps. One is solid state, the other one is tube. And the third review is of something that I don't usually do, a record cleaning machine. It's not really... It's a long story. But anyway, I'm not crazy about record cleaning machines. But this one fell into my hands and I fell in love with this machine. So definitely stick around to the end to see that machine. But right after that review will be an Audiophiliac viewer system of the day. And I'm mentioning it especially right now because I need to see your system. I want to see pictures of your system. I mean, whether it's vintage or new or solid state or tube or digital or analog, whatever it is, if it's a cool system and you take great pictures, I want to run them on the viewer system of the day. So all you got to do is take a bunch of JPEGs, just a few, let's say 2 or 3 or 4 JPEGs, but the pictures have to be well composed, in focus, well lit, nice pictures. I like to see nice pictures, and send them to me directly at audiophiliac@mail.com, not Gmail. Anyway, the address is on the screen right now, audiophiliac@mail.com. And with that, let's get to this next review right now. As for the Octave, well, it's the Octave Phono EQ.2. I've already discussed a lot of what it sounds like, but I will mention some more details. It is tiny. It's a solid feeling little thing. It does, on the bottom, it has dip switches to set the gain setting and impedance. And that's pretty much it. It does have a separate wall wart. I know that might not feel great for a phono preamp of this price, which is $2,150. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed using it as a moving coil phono stage without the step-up transformer, but as usually the case, I did prefer its sound with the step-up transformer. And not just the SUP200, I also used my AudioNote S1 step-up transformer, and that combination really clicked, especially with the Dynavector. So you don't have to use the Dynavector step-up transformer with the Dynavector cartridge. I just happened to because it was obvious for this review. Anyway, I really enjoyed using the Octave. Maybe it was its tiny size that was part of its appeal, because everything I'm dealing with is so big and heavy and everything. Here's this little tiny brick, and it just knocks it out of the park. It's very, compared to the Parasound JC3 Plus, which is around double the price and certainly a lot bigger. The JC3 Plus has more soul, more body, more weight, but it can be a bit, well, on its own kind of boring, to be blunt, right? It's not the last word in excitement, the JC3 Plus, but the Octave is. The Octave gives you some life force that's in the music itself. It just liberates it. This is interesting. I bought this LP, this Radiohead LP, just a few days ago. And I brought it home and I'm playing it thinking, wow, this is different. I have the CD. I bought the CD when this was a new album. It's okay, but it sounds processed, flat, two-dimensional. It just doesn't sound like it has any juice to it or anything. But I'm playing this one with the Nagaoka MP700, and it's like, whoa, this is a whole different galaxy of sound that I'm hearing. Those quiet acoustic tracks just have this density and believability of real instruments that I'm hearing. Yeah, there's a lot of electronics in this recording, but it has more, well, juice, more soul, more life than I was expecting because I knew the CD so well. This one is a whole different thing. Okay, and now for something completely different. It is a clone of the EAR 834P tube phono stage, originally designed by the legendary Tim DeParavicini. But anyway, this one that I have here is a clone, and it was built by a man, Charles Port. Now, he talked about it being sourced from Lenco Heaven and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, I can't describe what that actually means or anything, but anyway, he got this circuit board. He built this 834p clone with way upgraded parts over the original. He put it in this very expensive but very plain looking chassis made in Italy. The chassis itself, he bought it for $300. And this design, this phono preamp by Charles, is, I would say, featureless. the only thing it has is an on-off toggle switch on the back. Heavy duty. This is a very heavy duty toggle switch. And of course, moving magnet input and an output. That's it. Oh, and there's a little tiny, barely visible red LED power light on the front. But other than that, there's no adjustments. There's nothing you can do. It has three 12AX7 tubes inside. In this case, JJ tubes. And that's it. That's it. And I use it with, well, I did try to use it with the Nagaoka MP700. And that match, no, that match was not okay. I mean, it just didn't bring out the best in that cartridge. Now, the MP700 really connected, so to speak, with the Octave Phono EQ.2. Not so much with this one. But I was using moving coil cartridges with step-up transformers, the Dynavector, and other transformers with the 834p clone. And I was a very, very, very happy camper. This thing was all singing and all dancing sound. It just was beautiful, engaging. I mean, kind of everything I want in a phono preamp. And by the way, yes, it has tubes, but it is dead quiet when used with a step-up transformer. No hiss, no hum coming out of the speakers. So yeah, Charles did his job well. To give you some idea of what he would charge to build one for you, the price would be around $1,100 to have one like this. But again, Charles isn't a manufacturer. He's just a guy. I will give a link to his website below, and if you're interested, contact Charles. I mean, he builds other things for other people. So, and also a really cool, fun guy to hang out with. I mean, he's just got stories. And his enthusiasm for audio really comes through with this phono preamplifier. I don't think it even has a model name or anything. But other than EAR 834p clone. You know, it's interesting. Years ago, I did have an 834p here, made by EAR. It was okay. A little too sleepy for me. This one, no problem. This one is fun and has still a good serving of tube warmth, juiciness, dimensionality, body, soul, space. It's not going to be as quick and fast, as clear as the best solid-state phono preamps. If that's what you're looking for, this ain't it. But if you're tube curious and you like quirky things like this, what Charles has cooked up here is pretty darn interesting. Now, as for the last part of this story today, the last product I'm going to talk about, this one is completely out of the blue. I never thought I would do a review like this, but the review of the Humminguru ultrasonic record cleaning machine. You know, I didn't like record cleaning machines in the past because they made a lot of noise. The vacuums made a ton of noise. They required you to do a lot of work and maintenance and stuff like that to just use the freaking thing, and just not pleasant. This one, on the other hand, to use it is simplicity itself. The process of cleaning records on the Humminguru is pretty straight ahead. You empty 7 ounces of distilled water into the Humminguru's reservoir tank. That's from the slot on top. And that takes a minute or so. Then you take that tank that had the 7 ounces of water and you insert it into the side of the Humminguru where the water will wind up at the end of the cleaning process automatically. And then to start the process, you insert the record in the top of the Humminguru into the slots, make sure it's seated correctly, start the process, and from the minute you hit that button, for me at least, it takes about 7 minutes from start to finish, and it's completely automated at that point. This is the record that I used for the demo, by the way, The World of Harry Partch. This LP, I bought this LP 50 years ago. I've played it many times. It's avant-garde classical music. One thing that's extra interesting is that Harry designed and actually plays all the instruments on this record. So I actually found myself wanting to clean records. This never happened before with a record cleaning machine. I actually enjoyed the process because there's so little demanded of me. So, and I do think that cleaning records changes the sound for the better. I mean, yes, there's less clicks and pops and stuff like that, but it seems like the dynamic range is bigger. You can hear into the quieter parts of the music more clearly. The bass feels more solid. It sounds like a better pressing, basically. Or it sounds like you've changed the cartridge to a slightly better phono cartridge. So the difference is there. I can't say it's gigantic, night and day. It's not going to make noisy records dead quiet. That's not what machines can do, but can make them better. So anyway, this is not the current model Humminguru. This model is discontinued as far as I can tell, but I see them on the used market going for around $300 or $400. The new version is called the Humminguru Nova, sells for $695. It is made in China. I can't speak to the difference between the one I have here and the Nova model, except what I read on their website, that the ultrasonic is working at different frequencies. It has better drawing capability, da-da-da-da-da. So is it better? Will it make your record sound even better? I don't know, because I don't have it. I could just say this one surprised me over and over again, and I'm so thankful to Miguel to giving it to me, because I wouldn't have bought it or I wouldn't have even accepted it as a review sample. So it is, in that sense, life-changing. I do feel like I will be cleaning records from now on with an ultrasonic machine, probably a Humminguru. So that's it. That is the 6th and final entry, and we can move on to, you know it, you love it, the Audiophiliac viewer system of the day. This one jumps out of the deck. It's from Akera, somewhere in the woods north of Toronto, Canada. There's 2 systems in here. First part I got. It's a little complicated. I'm going to mess this up, I'm sure, so I apologize. There's wall-mounted Tannoy DMT studio monitors bi-amped with Crown XLS amplifiers. In the main system, those are easy to spot. Those are Magnapan 3.7 panel speakers. There's REL subwoofers in there, and the power amplifiers for the Maggies. There's a Bryston 4B SST, a Bryston 2B, and then a DBX 223XS crossover. For processing, there's a Rotel 1572 Mark II preamplifier, Ashley Stereo 31-band equalizer, Clark Technic DN3600 digital graphic EQ, a DBX 162 stereo compressor, and an Audio Research DAC Model 8. We're not done, almost. So for source components, a Rotel RCD 1072 CD player, a Lumen T2 network streamer, and a Revox. Yeah, that gorgeous Revox. It's a PR99 reel-to-reel. Thank you, Akira. We are back. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Show. It's 8 years old. I celebrated the 8th anniversary of the Audiophiliac on YouTube recently, and it's just great. I really enjoy doing this work. I think that shows. So anyway, if you dig what I'm doing and you want to continue or further support this channel, please check out my Patreon. There's a lot of information on the site. Most importantly, that there is exclusive content on the Patreon site. And that's it. The address has been on the screen, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, of my Patreon. And that's it. That's all I got for today. Thank you again for watching. And I really do hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Bye-bye.